Well, hello, my students. We are going along pretty good. Life is good. You know, God is good. Even though we go through turmoil, God is still good if you look for the good. So, notice my first and second hour honors classes. You need to go back and watch yesterday's part 3 and part 4. There was a problem I had, and I couldn't figure it out till during third hour, and I finally got them up, so my fourth and fifth hours honors watched them. So, but my first and second hour, you guys did not, so go back and watch them. And any homework I give this week, bring it Friday. So if I check it for credit, I'll check it Friday because I'm not coming in to Friday. The high school has a rule you should know, but if you come down with COVID, you have to miss 5 days. And Sunday was my first day. Then you come back, but you have to wear a mask. But I was wearing a mask anyways. I want to know. Fauci said wear a mask. I wore a mask. I still got it. Oh my goodness. So anyways, today we're going to do the third change in graphing, and that is add or subtract a number, or say it this way, add a positive, add a negative number to the trig function. What would happen to the graph? Well, notice here's your trig function. We change the period, change the amplitude, but when I add a positive number, it makes this side bigger, makes the y bigger. If it's a negative number, it makes this side negative, so it makes the y negative, or makes it smaller. Let's say it that way, it's better. Makes this side smaller or even negative. So y corresponds with up and down, up and down. So that just means we're moving the whole graph up and down. Now, different books call it different things. I'm just going to say we're going to shift the graph up and down. So if I said, what is 2 plus sine x? What I recommend is just graph this, then add 2 to all the major points. So if you remember, let's see, 3 times that is 180. Double that would be 360. So our basic graph is broken up this way on the x-axis. Remember, 180 is always 3 times your 1, whatever 1 is. Sine starts at 0, goes to 1, goes to 0, goes to -1, and then 0. So I made this too big. This is smaller than this, and that shouldn't be 2. It should be the same distance, but I have COVID. Ha, 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 ha. So anyways, so my basic graph is this. Now here's a recommendation. You might want to use different colors. Now I'll show you more examples with all the changes, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the final graph in black. So I'm going to take every major point, just add 2, and then redraw the graph. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 is 2. -1 plus 2 is 1. That's 2. Trixie, get off the board. Mercy. So my final graph, this is one period again. The period is 360. 360 divided by b. b is 1, so 360 to complete the whole thing. Now this is not representative of the whole graph. It represents one period. This goes on forever, remember. Now, what's the amplitude? The amplitude is still 1. It's the absolute value of this number. Or we could go 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now notice this has a negative 2. So let's see if I can graph this a little bit better. So let's see, that's about 3 times. So 90. There, that looks a little better. 180. 270. 360. Now cosine is 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1. So, whoa, mercy. So I'm going to graph the whole thing. Whoops. In green. So I'm going to bring the whole thing down 2. So down 2. Down 2. Down 2. Down 2. Down 2. So mercy. How's it going? Let's have some shout outs. Bustamantes, I hope you're doing well. Good. Fawaz, I hope you're doing well. Good. Anyways, now let's put all 3 changes together. Now my recommendation is you always do the period change. Do this in parts. You don't have to graph the final graph at the start. Then make an amplitude change, and then do shift. So it's probably easier to do different colors, if you have them. So, here's the graph I want to do. First, what is the period? Well, the period is 360 divided by your B. So that would be 180. Then your amplitude is the absolute value of A. So that would be 2. So, period is 180. So it'd be 3 times whatever this is. So, doink, doink, doink. About here, I would say. So 90. So you could multiply this by a 4th to find out your divisions of your important points. Oops, I'm getting a little sleepy here. So it'd be 45, 135, 180. Now, if you want to put the basic sign down, you can. That's okay. Or if you want to multiply 2 by it as we do it. Sine is 0 to 1. 1 times 2 is 2 to 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 to 2. Excuse me, 0 times 2 is 0 is what I meant, but I didn't say it. So I graph this part in green. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to graph this part in black, which is just add 2 to every point. So add 2, up 2. Add 2, up 2. Up 2. Up 2. Up 2. Now isn't it easier to see what's going on? So this, again, is one period. This actually goes infinity. But I don't like drawing infinity. That is not too bad. We'll be doing some more practice problems in the next couple videos. Hey, have a good day.